downs, I felt like we ran the ball all over them. Defense, I mean, they played well sometimes, then sometimes they didn't so well, but, you know, we're a team, we got to do it together, and today we didn't do it all together.
Does this feel like a game of momentum? I mean, you guys took it all into the second half, into halftime there. You were, you know, down 14-0, you got a couple touchdowns, and then they got it back, and you tried to get it back. I feel like it was just a back-and-forth momentum kind of game, and whoever was going to get it was going to win, or?
Yeah, I mean, momentum is something coach doesn't like to talk about. I mean, I'm sure he said that before. But today, we had momentum going into halftime. We came out, I guess we were a little flat, so momentum really, like he says, there really isn't much to us, I guess.
Talk about the run game a little bit. You kind of alluded to it in the first question. You guys looked like you were having more success on the ground today, and I'm sure that's something you guys really strive for now.
Yeah, I mean, we worked on it all week. I mean, they were running a 3-4 Okie front, so they only had 3 down linemen, so our linemen were just going at it, taking their technique and putting the guys on the ground, so it was working really well.
Can you talk from your standpoint? It just seems like you have a lot of confidence when the ball's in your hands.
Yeah, the O-line making big holes, and they're huge run through. Anybody could run through them. Just get the biggest guy in the world, and you could run through them. And then you just got to run hard, and you got to finish the play, fall forward, like Coach says, and just protect the ball and stuff like that. I don't know.
After going over 100 last week, you get 200 today, and I know it's a loss, but do you feel like you're kind of starting to come in your own a little bit here as a back in this offense?
Yeah, it feels good, definitely, but there's still room to make improvements. We got Lee coming back. He came back this week. Hopefully he can get back in the mix because he was a starter before I came in and did today's job. But, you know, we got four guys that Coach always says that would get the job done, and that's what we really think we can do.
What was kind of the message to the team from the coaching staff after the game, and how do you guys just move forward and put this behind you?
Just that there's more work to be done, and that we're a lot better. I think we believe we were the better team today, but we just didn't prove it.
In their favor?
Yeah.
I think they did a pretty good job running the football with their quarterback. They did some good stuff second half that caused us some problems on defense. I think that was one of the things that when you add that guy to the mix running the football, I'm not sure if they did it on purpose or if he just took off running. A couple of times I think it may have been on purpose. I want to give them that credit. I think they're good coaches. So I think they probably at halftime made some adjustments there that you know, I think we, you know, in the second quarter, we adjusted our coverage and got after them second quarter. So that was something that we felt good about, that we got back in the game and did some good things there. But then in the third quarter, they came up with their own adjustments too. That's kind of the chess match that you get back and forth, and they did a good job with it. And I think that we probably didn't. We had some new stuff that we wanted to add at halftime that we put in there for our adjustments too. And I don't know that. Maybe, you know, part of it was I maybe didn't explain them well enough to the kids, and we had some situations happen maybe that we hadn't seen, and when you don't see those all the time, then you're maybe not as good at it, so to speak, I guess. So that was probably the quarterback running the football there, and that first drive in the second half was really probably the thing that, you know, I wouldn't say it won the game for them, but it definitely set the tone, and we were in catch-up mode, you know, and I think you know, we were horrendous today in clock management. I mean, it's embarrassing for me. I'm sure that'll give the bloggers plenty to talk about, but it's, you know, it's, that part of it is we did not do a good job. We had to burn 2 timeouts. We absolutely didn't need to. For sure didn't need to on errors by the staff. And then, you know, like at the end of the first half there, where we throw the ball down to Tony, it's a, you know, I'm not going to throw our players under the bus, but Mike needs to make a better throw there, make a good decision. And I think that's something that is a difference that, you know, we had to call timeout. And the whole thing was jumbled, and I think the kids will perform based off of how the staff acts and how organized the staff is. And if I'm going to assess, we didn't do a very good job, you know, so we have to do better there and be more focused and, you know, and understand what's going on. And, you know, there's lots of things I didn't agree with what went on out there, but the bottom line is you got to look in the mirror, you know, and be able to say, well, you know, if we wouldn't have screwed up ourselves and been better organized. I mean, I think we had a good game plan on both sides of the ball. I don't make it sound like that was, but we didn't adjust well in the game, myself included. So.
Their fake punt, from what I could gather, just sitting up in the booth near your coaches, you kind of knew it was coming. You saw that their quarterback was there instead of their punter, so couldn't quite get it stopped. Talk about that, and it looks like you had a discussion with the referee. Some of us thought maybe the guy juggled the ball out of bounds. Was it a formation thing, or what was your?
I thought the guy was past line of scrimmage. I had the ineligible guys downfield, which, you know, I probably rarely agree with what those guys say, but that's you wait to see the tape. But yeah, we knew he was there, and you know they only had 2 eligible guys in the whole formation that would catch the ball because everybody else behind was. I mean, there's only 2 guys, and we have 2 guys man to man on that guy. So obviously we weren't. You know, that was our. You know, hey, the quarterback's on the field. We're yelling out the quarterback's on the field. It's pretty obvious, and we didn't execute that. So that was frustrating. But you know, again, you know, I don't know if calling a timeout there is the best choice to do. I think that, you know, we felt that we were out of control with that, and every time that we have a we try and block a punt. We also have a safe that we cover all the guys who are eligible to be hopefully intelligent, and that, I don't believe the kid really made a great play. I think we didn't make a very good play ourselves, But it's, it's a gutsy call and a good call, and when you get it, and, we did that 2 games ago. So you get that thing, that's a thing that definitely takes away from your defense. They got to stay on the football field, and that's how, ballsy call by them for sure.
Not that you're looking for silver linings, but when you got a rusher getting 200 yards, that's definitely a positive.
Right, for sure. Yeah, I think Ben's been performing great. He's really been busting his tail, and has stepped up. And we've had some guys that have done some good things when they've had the opportunity to. And I think I'm proud of him. And he's really been a guy that's worked hard all in the off season and the summer, and has had his opportunity to go get it. And he's and that's a good game plan, running the football. I think with our offense, there were some good things that we did. I think that but it's yes, he's tough out there. He's big. He's hard to tackle. I think, and that's attributes to him working hard, and our offensive line was blocking pretty well for him to give him the opportunity to do that. So when they give us a look where they don't have enough guys in the box, we're going to definitely be able to run the football.
You've been looking for an identity on offense, and it's just 1 game, and maybe you were taking what their defense gave, but has Ben become a little bit bigger of a facet in this offense after the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, for sure. Our game planning on both sides of the ball will change depending upon how guys are playing. Obviously when Tony develops, there's a game plan that maybe tweaks the passing game towards him, or if it's whoever coming up, and like obviously with Ben, hey, we know we can run the football, he's going to be physical, he's confident, okay, well, let's set some stuff up for him, and even if we maybe don't have a great look, we can figure, well, we can get 2 or 3 yards here with him being physical, and if we can get an even better look, then I can get 8, 10 yards, and we'll definitely game plan around guys who are hot. I think that's something that we really want to work on, and that's, if you can have multiple guys that are hot, that's obviously a good thing too. So.
You guys at Platteville, I know before you even watched the tape at Platteville, you would talk to me in the post game about missed tackles and stuff. Is there 1 or 2 or any things that jumped out to you today that you're not happy with before even having to watch the tape, or is there?
We missed some tackles, I think, with the linebacker group. In those first 2 drives, we were in a coverage that we thought was good, and we weren't executing it. And you reach a decision where do we keep on banging our head against the wall, or do you try and adjust and give ourselves a chance, which is what we did in the second quarter, and went to a man-to-man type of coverage, which really helped out. And they weren't getting many yards, really. And then they came out second half, and we were, I don't know. It's just, I guess I have trouble saying. We did miss some tackles, but then there was also, on my part, there were some screw-ups personnel-wise. I had some of the wrong guys in the game at different times, and, I don't know if people were supposed to say that or not, but, I screwed a thing up a few times. It kind of put us in a bad position. I had to call timeout on defense one time, and it's, trying to basically contain the quarterback, and then you end up getting yourself in some trouble once in a while. So, but that's, I guess I would say we did miss some tackles. We need to tackle that guy better, and we do that. But at the same time, I'm not going to throw him under the bus too much, because we've got to get better as coaches, put him in the right spot too.
Big picture, 2 wins and a loss today. I don't know if it's too simple to say 2 steps forward and 1 step back, or a big picture talk about today and what it means.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say we took a step back as much as we just didn't progress like we wanted to. I think that we're, if anything, we didn't, I would say we maybe didn't get, well, I think we got better running the football, for sure. If I was going to say there's something we got good at, I think running the football is something we're better at. I think we kind of like let the pressure, or whatever you want to call it, or the game atmosphere get to us a little bit. But I think that, when I came in here, I was calm. I'm not sure if they want me to yell at them or whatever else, but I didn't. I didn't feel comfortable doing that, and it's like, okay, well, you know what? I got a lot of work to do. You got a lot of work to do. Let's go. We got, we can beat every team in our schedule. I'm confident of that. Obviously, Whitewater's at the end, so I don't know if I'd say that. I'm not going to go out there thinking we're going to lose either. So, but I guess I'd say that, we can beat everybody on our schedule if we play well, and make plays. And I don't want to, I'm not going to walk in here and just lace into our kids, because I don't think that's right. I want to make sure that it's a team, and it includes the coaches, and the coaches are going to do what they have to get better, and the players are going to do what they have to get better. And it isn't like we were out there and we're so poor. We made bad decisions. We had a bunch of penalties we had, that we need to get rid of, and we also had some, personal foul there that kept the drive going. That it's when you get into a situation where you go against a staff that's going to game plan and do a good job like the Eau Claire is, then you have to be ready to go, and you have to be ready for those things. And I think we thought we were ready, but we obviously, all of us didn't perform exactly how we should. So.